and they just will literally drop out of the palm trees and they'll hit the ground and you think they're dead, but they're not. They just go into like a mini coma. So where my mom's place was in Florida, when I would go in like January, it would get little cold snaps for South Florida is really like 60 is like 50, that's crazy. But at night when it drops, them little critters, so they would all start falling out of the trees. And some of them are like, they're not little. Some of them are really big. I call them grandpas. The grandpas of the condominium complex are frightening. And they would fall out and this guy would drive around that worked at the condo on his golf cart with a bucket and he'd pick them up off the ground and throw them in like one of those big paint buckets, bring them out to the dumpster in the parking lot at the other end of the complex. And he'd throw them all in the dumpster. Some of them were not dead. And they would snap out of it. And suddenly you would just see all these iguanas running out of the dumpster because they woke up.
God. So crazy. What I think I'm hearing you saying is that in South Florida, there is a need for iguana gloves.
Yeah, an iguana umbrella.
No. The iguanas actually need gloves for their cold hands.
I get it. Iguana.
I'll do both. I'll do a set of umbrellas for the people and a set of gloves for the iguanas so they can grip and it'll keep their little paws warm.
My dog needs little shoes.
So they have taken over. Look at the size of this one.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
This was just captured right by where my mom stays in Pembroke.
That's as big as him.
Yeah. So that's an iguana and that's the grandpa. And
that's not an iguana. That's Hillary Clinton without the suit on. Let me see that again. That's Hillary. That's Hillary Clinton.
So this particular one with the orange on the back, those are the ones that would get the biggest at the complex. Okay. After we're done with this podcast, I'm going to message you guys original footage of what I used to see when I was sitting out on the patio.
Holy
okay.
Shit.
These things are insane.
Are they like violent?
No, they run, but they can be very scary because they just literally will like shoot up and down the trees. But they have such a problem there now because at one point someone would get them as pets and started tossing them out and then they multiply and now it's gone bonkers. But guess what else they're having a big problem with now down there is like those big boas, snakes. And they're saying that Alligator Alley, where you drive through all the wetlands there, it's like between Miami and the east and west coast, that they're getting these boas that are like enormous, like you would see in like Thailand. You know how you see those crazy huge snake videos and it's all like Thailand and now they're getting
a whole van. Like I remember that video or I think it was a video recently where it was literally a snake around a whole van.
Yeah, no, I think that was a fake movie set. It turned out, but I did see it too, Sarah. And I was like,
are you talking about on TikTok, Sarah?
Probably.
Yeah, it might have been.
In the feed. Dude, when the war started, I saw this footage, a truck dramatically, it looks like it's being handheld. A truck dramatically crashes through a gate, right?
Yeah.
All these soldiers come running in. There's gunfire, an explosion goes off in the background. This body goes, and then two of the guys at the front get shot and go, and do this big dramatic death. And when I first saw it, I went, it was just when Ukraine got invaded. And my first thought was, holy fuck, this is what this is going to be like. We're going to see stuff like this. To the comments, Wrigley. So I went to the comments and the first comment was, oh, this is from a movie. This is from this movie, but it's just a production day. Someone who was there on the day just filmed a stunt, not with the cinematic camera they were using.
Oh, okay.
But because they filmed the whole stunt, you just point your cell phone at it in the right direction, and
it's going to look real. Like, and it's going to look like you're filming something really action happening.
Right. But I mean, thank God I went to the comments and didn't just keep going. But that then made me go, I went from going, holy shit, this is what the war is going to be like. We're going to be seeing this real-time craziness to going, oh, this is what it's going to be like. We're going to have no idea. Yeah. We're going to be confronted with, when we scroll through TikTok, these 10-second moments from this war, and we're going to have no idea in the instant. We could go and do research. We can go fact check. We could go find out, but you cannot trust your own eyes and ears, right? It's kind of wild.
You really can't. And I see, and speaking of that, I do see like, different footage of horrific things that are happening. And I find myself thinking, well, did that really happen? Or is that somebody just posting something very dramatic? And then the ones that are real, I'm like, holy fuck. Like I'm so cynical that when I see a story on CNN where they're like, a 6-year-old girl was blown to pieces. What I can't get past thinking about is the guy and the editor, the news editor, when he hears that news, that he's basically going to pretend, oh no, but inside he's going,
yes,
yes,
news.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, that's really sad. You've got footage of three young people being blown to smithereens. Footage of it. No, that'll really shock people.
No,
that's really
pass
sad.
that over. I want to look at it. Yeah, it's crazy.
And you know what? Am I the only one who has like, if I'm reading a news story about something like really sick that happened, but they don't post the video, but even though it's out there, I go and Google that shit as hard as I can till I find that horrific video and I watch the whole thing.
It's always out there.
Am I the only one that's like, I need to go actually see this woman? Like, let's just say all right, I have a horrific example. It's okay.
Me too.
Okay. Perfect.
Sarah, this is like, just pretend this is a true crime podcast.
Yeah, poor Sarah. Sarah's just like, oh, Jesus Christ, what did I walk into? No, I'm not going to show the footage. Sarah, I just also thought about our conversation the other day, but we'll get back to that. Sarah's delicate, and I don't really want to like overwhelm her with actual porn videos of people that.
Wait a minute. How did we get where we just got to?
Exactly.
Wait. Yeah. I was ready to discuss reality versus the lack of reality. In our trust
this
in
is
media.
where
And you went. I don't want to
we're
overwhelm
going
Sarah.
there.
All right, let's go into the hole that me and Sarah fell in. Basically, I fell in the hole and I dragged Sarah down with me. So me and Sarah were having a casual chat about.
Do I want to go in this hole?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to go because he's gonna want the real footage too.
Okay. What?
So yeah.
Okay.
So me and Sarah were just chit-chatting about OnlyFans and certain people that do it and how will it affect you later if you're not like necessarily a porn star. But
you guys were talking about Kevin Willard. I get it.
No. But let's say that you're a comic. And you decide you're going to do an OnlyFans and build up yourself as a comic, right? And I was like, there's a couple comics that are pretty well known. It's not local, but well-known comics that do OnlyFans. And I Googled one of the names and all her pictures came up and everything she ever posted. And they're very, very graphic. So I sent one to Sarah and I said, oh, here it is. And Sarah's like, holy shit, where did you get that? I said, Sarah, I just Googled it. And she's like, oh my God. Like Sarah was like, holy fuck.
It just doesn't occur to me.
Cindy, you sent Sarah someone else's nudes unsolicited, so you're canceled.
I know, I did. I sent her very unsolicited nudes from one Google of a specific comedian.
Yeah, I've still had the cancel button on you there. Oh,
she's pretty famous.
Yeah.
And I sent an unsolicited nude to Sarah, but it doesn't count because it wasn't me. God forbid.
Isn't the point as well of OnlyFans that you're not able to easily acquire these nudes for free?
I'm going to tell you.
That's what I thought. That's what I was more disturbed about. Is like, if you want to do it, great. But like, I didn't realize that people could easily just screenshot or put it out there.
It's all over this one comic
Everywhere.
who I Googled, and it was hardcore. Okay. Like there was no, like this, this is some pretty hardcore. So I said, we brought up another comic and I'm like, hold on. I Googled that. And I was like, Sarah, I have a photo here of her with a very large dildo in her anus. Now, I'm not going to send you this picture because I'm built to look at this stuff, but you're not.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm glad you didn't send Sarah the picture. And whoever this comedian is, they're a pornographic content creator and you've seen their content. So you better send them some fucking money. You'd better get to their PayPal. You better get to their Venmo. You've looked at their shit. You better freaking fork over some cash,
I know, but I grew up in this business. I dealt with looking at all of this kind of stuff, and it didn't even faze me. And then I thought, Cindy, don't send Sarah this picture with this girl with this dildo in her anus, because it might really disturb her. And I need to rein it in, Cindy, because you're built for this and she's not. So Sarah said, well, thank you.
I did say, well, thank you, but if you had asked, I'd have been yeah, send it.
Would you have paid the content creator, Sarah?
No, I would not.
No,
I can't respect either of you.
But
does it depend on if you enjoy it?
You know what? Right. I do feel like I do like enjoyment as the ultimate decider as to whether you pay or not, though, right? Like you pay on the way out of the opera, not the way in.
Yeah.
Well, and that's another thing, like I was saying, as long as there's screenshots and different things like that, once you put it out there, everyone's going to see it. And people that pay you are seeing it first, and that's cool. They're subscribers, but you can't control what happens from that point on, which I was telling Sarah is why Snapchat was originally created, because you could take a snap of yourself or whatever, and once they look at it, it's gone, and they wouldn't let you screenshot it. Which
because I was going to say, but if I press,
probably the same still.
Because if I press those two buttons on my phone, I can screenshot a thing, right?
All right, a Snapchat you couldn't for a while,
because you can't with HBO. Like I've tried to do a funny line from an HBO show, and I want to text it to my friend, so I try to do a screen grab of the subtitles with Danny McBride and
right off your computer.
Gemstones. No, on my phone, but it won't. All it has is the subtitles and then a black screen. So what I'm saying is I'm confirming that the technology exists whereby you
Are you
cannot
serious, Steve?
Something. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy, because all right, well, they need to put that shit out there for OnlyFans, because they need to be doing that shit.
But you still can't stop someone from doing it, right? If someone wants to copy
I could still hold my phone up and take a picture of the screen, but I wouldn't be able to necessarily straight up screenshot it. But you know what, Steve? They're going to get around that.
You seem to have found them, so somehow I guess people
found them. I found thousands of pictures of the same.
Then you owe a hardworking OnlyFans content creator thousands of Bitcoins.
Only right.
I mean, I only scrolled a little, and when I was like, well, it's all out there, and it is what it is. Now, I mean, I have a couple friends who have done porn, and they know that it's out there. Obviously, they've done porn. They sell the movies. It is what it is. It's
at least it's in their control. It's just wild to me that some people jumped on the bandwagon because of COVID or because of whatever, and it's an easy way to make some money. But did they really think about the fact of how easy it would be for people to share it? I'd have to believe maybe not, especially if folks are trying to be also known in other areas.
Right.
So
it just makes me feel bad.
There's a content creator called Amaranth. She's on Twitch. I think she's fantastic. I'm a huge fan. And her OnlyFans income, in an interview, she said she was making $1 million a month off of her OnlyFans, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
wait, now is she okay? Continue.
No, well, go, Cindy. I want to hear where you were going to go with
$1 million a month.
Yeah.
All right.
Wild.
Explain
and she
more.
makes a killing on Twitch.
I'm telling you, on what Twitch, she does on Twitch.
I have no idea, but I've seen she has 10,000 subscribers and you get $5 a subscriber or whatever. She's got way more than 10,000. I have no idea.
Is she a gamer? Or did she start?
No, she just hangs out. I mean, yeah, she just hangs out, dude.
Like chatting and showing shit.
Cam
work.
Yeah, but then I guess so, right? It would be impossible to deny that a majority of Amaranth's success is to do with the fact that she takes really good care of herself, right?
Mm-hmm.